my goodness, you've made a tower of Twinkies. Is that in the Stalker's Handbook? Okay, so why are we driving behind a store?
We're going over here where the first store in Temecula ever was. And a lot of people think it's Old Town, but it's not. It's over here, and it's supposed to be haunted.
Oh, there it is. Okay. There. Hold on, let me roll the window down. This is a very old red building.
It was the first store. It was a trading post in the 1800s.
Wow.
It was for travelers from Yuma to Los Angeles.
That's kind of cool. So what should we do? We take a reading?
Yeah, let's take a reading.
Okay, we're gonna take a ghost reading here. So one moment. Okay, so I have this really cool application called Ghost Radar, and what it does is I don't know how well you can see the screen, but what it does is it actually supposedly detects paranormal activity and sends words out that are audible words that apparently like right there. Look at this. It said afraid. Okay, so this is very sophisticated equipment we're using here. It cost us a whopping $2.99 in the App Store, so it must work. But we've got a couple of other words that we've gotten from this thing, and another one yet. So we've gotten these words. It says afraid, you've, freedom, turn, and tongue. So I'm...
Truth, I thought it was.
No, it's tongue. It's actually tongue. What it's saying is tongue. Interesting. So this definitely is a very scientific experiment, as you can see. And we are hoping that you want to take it over?
I do.
Okay, do you know how to use it?
Yes.
You know, that's something that bothers me. How if this is true, how does a ghost know how to use an iPhone? I mean, do they like read the user's manual, or I mean, how do they know how to broadcast words on an iPhone? I can't figure that out. It's something to do with a quantum flux. I don't know. It sounds like something weird. But I guess they're supposed to be able to manipulate all of the sensors in the iPhone, and it manifests itself in words by some algorithm which is proprietary, which basically means that it doesn't work. But like I said, it's fun if you're scaring someone. And this kind of is a little bit of a creepy place.
Said public.
Said public? Well, public restrooms? Okay, so basically this really is a kind of a creepy looking place. But whether or not it's haunted remains to be seen. So we're going to report all of our findings. Okay, so you can't have a creepy place without a gnarly little tree there. That tree is kind of spooky. Oop, said another word. What did it say?
Evidence.
Okay, so go ahead and read the words that it said.
These are the weird words, and it is really shooting these out fast. Turn, tongue, public, degree, close, rabbit, and we saw a rabbit there in the ground.
Over there.
Meal, hung, evidence, trade.
Ooh.
This was a trading outpost. Somebody was hung here, you think?
I think you're really reaching, but it's cute. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm of the school of thought that you could pretty much make these words into any sort of situation or circumstance that you wanted to. Yeah. But it is kind of creepy actually when you know that this area over here was the old store and the old mercantile, I guess, and they're saying things that actually apply to that. But again, I mean, who knows? I'm not going to say either way, because I don't want to offend any people, and I don't want to offend any ghosts. So you don't want to offend a ghost.
That said reader.
So it said reader? Cool. So we are now sufficiently creeped out. But yeah, back to the trees. The trees are really add to the ambiance of the spookiness of this area, which is kind of funny because there's a major road if you look. There's a major road right there, but it's weird when you come behind this area, you sort of feel like you're like out in the sticks. Even though you're not in the sticks, you're just a little ways away from town, you really feel kind of that it's really empty out here. So it's kind of a weird feeling. What did it say?
Hole.
Hole.
There's a big hole right there on the side of the building.
Well, that's a pretty big hole. Let's zoom in and see if we can catch a ghost.
What would you do if you saw a ghost? Matter.
What would I do if I saw a ghost?
Yeah, what would you do? I've never seen one, so I don't believe in them, but...
I would probably soil myself, but you know.
And being that I have to go pee right now...
Great, you know, you just told all of our...
I was...
How romantic. This is a date weekend. Can you...
You're gonna cut that
I
out.
am not going to cut
You're
that
gonna
out.
cut that
I don't
out.
believe in... let me tell you something right now, viewers. I don't believe in editing. I believe... I'm of the old school vlogging mentality. I believe it's real, it's raw, and it goes in the video. So she has to go pee, and she announced that, which is really great. And we are sitting here with her having to go pee in the middle of a very cold, very spooky place. So if we see something, it could get very, very wet. Okay, so this ghost radar that I showed you a moment ago, was it invented by MIT? Was it invented by Caltech or University of Illinois? No. This application was invented by someone named Spud Pickles, which actually sort of adds to the authenticity of this particular equipment. Spud Pickles. What does that mean? Spud Pickles? Spud Pickles?
I don't know. Zoom in on my face again.
No, yeah, I'm not zoomed in this time. So where are we?
Spoontinos.
It's one of our favorite little Italian restaurants here called Spoontinos in Temecula, and it's a little place you can get like really good pizza and cheese. It's a total Italian place. Look at this. It's like crazy. All kinds of cool stuff actually here. There's like all these Italian flags and clothes and stuff like that. But it's a really nice place, and it's a good family atmosphere. So we're gonna have a good dinner. Okay, so we are here in close up on the couch, and we got back from Spoontinos, and we've just been sitting here being lazy. We went to dinner at Spoontinos, and then we went back to that site, and it was kind of creepy. It was really dark out at that point, and there were a lot of rabbits running around all over the place, and didn't get a whole lot on the ghost radar.
The first time, interesting enough, we left, went over to the gas station on the other side of the building, and then we came back, and as we were coming back towards that area, on your little ghostometer thing, whatever you call it, it said Sally. And right in front of us was Sally's beauty supply.
Get it straight. It's the ghost radar from Spud Pickles. Spud Pickles.
Thank you, Spud Pickles.
Thank you, Spud Pickles. Way to go. Good, absolutely wonderful iPhone app.
Yeah.
Well worth the money.
But there were just some interesting things. And then we found Mr. Lewis Wolf's tomb, which oddly enough was in the middle of houses, because they decided it was such a historical site that they didn't want to tear it down, so they just built the neighborhood around it. Talk about creepy. Can you imagine living next door to this place?
Yeah, it was like, the really weird part was that there's a gravestone.
A tomb?
It's like a above ground tomb for he and his family right there, and then not more than maybe
50 feet?
Yeah. Even less than
20
that.
feet?
From is the neighbor's house with a fence right next to there.
On either side.
On either side. So it's a little cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
there's a little cul-de-sac, and there's the tombs right there, and then there's houses on both sides. So not exactly where I would choose to take up residency and mow my lawn around all that and stuff. Not exactly where I'd want to live. But to each their own. There was a black cat that came out right out of no place, and then it looked like it was playing with a mouse, and then it ran into the fence and back behind to where the tomb was and disappeared. There's like an echo in here, isn't there?
I'm in your head.
You're in my head.
You're in his head.
This is my vlog. But okay, so basically we are going to embark upon some World of Warcraft in a few minutes. So we'll vlog a little bit more from that. See you guys. For 2002 iPhone users who may, in fact, The Ghost Radar app by Spud Pickles.